Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. It's only been 2 days since the last one. It's been less than 2 days, really, because I did it at like 11 a.m., something like that, 11:15. It's only 15:15. So it's been less than 48 hours. Very, very small break. Small break for Christmas. And we're back at it. And I feel like, at Christmas, how the days kind of get mixed up. I feel like the same happens for FPL. To the point where I don't even know who's playing today and who's playing tomorrow. I don't know. And then I feel like it's already Game Week 16 when it's actually not, because Christmas Day's kind of put a break in. But we're here. I'm not too hungover. I'm feeling pretty good, actually. Ready to go again today. Going to be plenty of leftovers, plenty more beer for the football. And more importantly, the football is back. The Game Week 15 deadline is 43 minutes away. Although, given how slow it takes to go down, I'd say it's probably more like 46 minutes away, but we'll see. Bit to talk about as well. So far, has had a baby. Walker and Jesus have tested positive for COVID-19, so they are out this week. They're probably going to miss the next 2, if not 3 game weeks as well. So if you've got them, they're probably worth getting rid of. Nice hat, yeah. I mean, I didn't even look this festive yesterday, let alone today. So yeah, feeling good today. Nice to be back on board. Yeah, I know it feels like we've had a massive break. We've literally had less than 2 days and we're back at it. I really did try and not think too much about FPL yesterday. I think I did quite a good job. I still checked Twitter too much, but I didn't really think about my team. Plus, I'd already made my transfer, so it didn't really matter. Let me just bring my team up for anybody that hasn't seen it. What am I doing? For anyone that hasn't seen it, this is it. My 2 transfers have been made on Monday. I did Ben Chilwell and Lamptey out for Robertson and Sofao. Sofao's had a baby. It literally tweeted yesterday on Christmas Day. I didn't even know it was a possibility. Obviously I know it's possible to have a baby, but I didn't know that his... I guess because of his... status in the Premier League, right? He's not like a Grealish or a Salah or something like that. I'm sure if their partners were pregnant or anything like that, then you'd hear about it. But for so far, we didn't hear that it was even close, I don't think. Maybe West Ham fans knew. And yeah, so he tweeted yesterday, Christmas Day, at about 7:57 a.m. that he's had a baby. So potentially he's going to miss out. It is worth saying that the West Ham game is on the 27th. So if he's tweeted at 7:57 a.m., if it's just happened, then he's had the whole of Christmas Day. He's got the whole of Boxing Day to maybe play at 2:15 on Sunday. So would I let that affect my decision to bring him in? Possibly not too much. But for me, it's not so bad because I've got a pretty good bench. I've got Reguilon and Souček. Obviously, Reguilon will come in if Sofao misses out. But it's worth thinking about if you want to bring him in. Like if it was between him and someone else and you were really 50-50, I might let that sway me against him if I hadn't already bought him in. Chilwell at least on the bench today. Chilwell was apparently pictured at the training ground, but we don't know if he's actually trained, how fit he is. Potentially a mistake, but at the end of the day, I've got Robertson instead, and I feel like he's a better pick right now than Chilwell. And if I get a Chelsea defender back, I'll probably just get Reece James anyway if he's fit. So I'll have to think about it closer to the time. Potentially Chilwell's a mistake, but I think even if I hadn't got Chilwell in then, I haven't got any more news to tell me that I should keep him now, so I probably would have just got rid anyway. So I'm kind of okay with the move, I think. Dennis, how's it going? Mane or De Bruyne the better option for just this week? That is a tough question. That really is a tough question because I want to say Mane, but I feel like I should be saying De Bruyne. I think I would go Mane against West Brom. I just think it is a better fixture than Newcastle. I mean, not by very much, granted, because Newcastle are pretty bad too. But West Brom are really bad. Unless Sam Allardyce has suddenly changed them into this amazing team in the space of a few days, then I think I'd rather have Mane this week. Honestly, it's always worth pointing out that De Bruyne's got penalties, etc. So all it takes is for any penalty taker to get 1 or 2 dodgy penalties, and suddenly it looks stupid to have not gone with them. But from open play, I'd fancy Mane today. Sell Bowen for Souček. Sell Chilwell for Bednarak. I mean, I don't know why you'd be selling Bowen for Souček unless you needed money. Bowen's definitely a better option. Chilwell for Bednarak, maybe if you wanted to jump on the Southampton defence. I don't think their double's particularly great for defensive returns, to be honest. So that's something that I would think about before you jump into it. The Chilwell news was big because they trained at the bridge yesterday. I doubt he would go there for treatment. Yeah, possibly. I'm not saying it's not big news, but it hasn't given us any further news. All we know is he might have trained. What training has he done? Was he doing individual training? Was he training normal? All we have is a picture that he was at a training ground. We don't have any more news on his fitness level. So I'm not saying people shouldn't take that info and maybe keep him if they were at a 50-50, but for me, it hasn't really changed too much. And also, Liverpool's fixtures are better anyway, so I'm kind of happy to have Robertson. Maybe I'm just justifying the move to myself, but I feel pretty good about my team. I know most FPL managers, like I said on Breakfast Club, are quite pessimistic. I'm looking at this team. This is a 100-point team. I've got very good memories of Boxing Day. Not every Boxing Day. I've got some very good memories. My favourite memory from Boxing Day was when I had Tevez and Van der Vaart. So we are talking a little while ago now. Tevez and Van der Vaart, and I could not decide who to captain between the two. And I can't even tell you which one I went with, but they both got 16 points. So it didn't even matter in the end. So yeah, this is a 100-point team. If I get less than 70, I'll be annoyed. J. Cole, how's it going? Play, bench Neto and Souček this week. Bench them both. I mean, it depends who you're playing, right? Souček is... If you're saying either or, would I bench Neto and play Souček? Possibly. I don't think Brighton are slouches from set pieces, to be honest. You've got a lot of tall players as well, which kind of helps. But I wouldn't be bothered about playing Neto against Spurs, I don't think. Greg, Chilwell, James out. Who should I go for? I have 0.8 minutes. I mean, you kind of got to make that decision because I don't know what your plan is. I don't know whether you're planning for the blank, the double. You know, can you get up to Robertson and go down to a Sofal, a Taylor, someone like that? That's where I'd be looking. Sofal, Taylor, Liverpool players, something like that. I think maybe John Stones, maybe Diaz. There's lots of options. It's going to depend on your strategy. George, how does it go? Oh my god, I can't keep up already. Oh, this is mental. Okay, I'll have to catch up with these in just a second. Sorry, couldn't hear you were talking about potentially injured. I think we were talking about Chilwell at that point, potentially. Sofal or Target? I mean, I definitely wouldn't be bringing in Aston Villa defenders right now. Their fixtures are really bad. They're a good defensive team, but their fixtures are not good at all. So I wouldn't worry about that too much. Okay, let me just see which ones I've missed. Quite a few, I would say. Bench play, Chilwell, James out. American, yeah, George, how's it going? Quick question. Mahrez, Chilwell to Harrison, Robertson for a hit or wait for now? Do you think Mahrez will start? Do I think Mahrez will start? I don't know. I do not know, right? And I can't give you a better answer than that. I felt like he probably would because he got benched twice, but he's played 90 minutes in the Cup. So now I don't know. Jesus is out. That kind of helps him a tiny bit because even if they start Sterling, unless Aguero's fit, they're going to play a false nine like Torres or something like that. Maybe Foden. I don't know. Do I think Mahrez will start? Okay, you're giving me 10 quid. I have to bet on whether Mahrez is going to start. I'm probably going to say no. But I'll tell you what. I'll check the Fantasy Football Scout team news tab because Neil's pretty good with this. I bet he's benched him as well. I think he's going to be benched. I think that's where I put my money, but I don't know. Oh no, he's got him in. Okay, go with Neil. He's much better than me. He thinks it'll be Sterling, Mahrez, De Bruyne, and like I said, Torres up front. Foden played in the Cup as well, though, didn't he? Yeah, Foden played in the Cup. I don't know. Mahrez, Chilwell to Harrison, Robertson. I quite like that move for a hit. If you've got no bench for a hit, it might be okay. The thing with Mahrez is, right, let's be honest, if he plays, he could do really well. It's Newcastle. It could be a huge score. You're going to regret the decision. But you don't know if he's definitely going to start. I guess that makes sense. If Foden played the Cup as well, Mahrez, Sterling. Neil's good. I would side with Neil over me when it comes to team news. So if he's going to start, you could just do... The problem is you probably can't afford Chilwell to Robertson without it. If you've got another defender on the bench, I'd maybe just wait. Black Ice, how's it going? Hope you had a great Christmas. I did, thank you very much. Ready to do round 2 today. Great thing is, because we ate so much, we didn't use much of the party food, so I'm not already party fooded out, which is great. There's still some cheese left. It's going to be good today. There's leftovers. There's leftover pigs in blankets. Can you believe that? That is the absolute result of all Christmas. So there you go. Sorry, you asked the question as well. Dyer in for James. I think Spurs defence is okay. I think out of the next 3, I feel like Wolves, bearing in mind I am a Spurs defender owner, so I'm not just saying this, I feel like Wolves could get a goal today, and I feel like Leeds probably will too. So it's only that Fulham game, But I think Dyer's pretty safe. I've got regular, and I think he's going to be benched next week, which is annoying because it's Fulham. So yeah, Dyer's not a bad bet, and he plays in Game Week 18 if you need him to play there. Sahid Ko, I think, Chilwell and Wilson to Diaz and Adams, 2 free transfers, still have Zuma. It looks good to me. Again, all we've got on Chilwell is that he potentially trained. That if you want to use that info, that's obviously up to you how you use it. But there's 2 free transfers, they sound quite good, yeah. Obviously, Cancelo's got a very good chance of playing for City this week, but again, you're still going to have that rotation worry down the line. But if Walker's out for 3 games, 2 or 3 game weeks, Cancelo's going to play all of them, you'd imagine, which is good. Niall has gone, I can get a team out for Game Week 18. Is it worth free hit in Game Week 19? Only big players I'd have to drop will be Salah and Bruno, but then I can have a very good double game. But you're saying the only players you'd have to drop are Salah and Bruno. Like, if people free hit in Game Week 19, Salah and Bruno would be 2 of the players to have. So it's going to depend. Only you can decide that. But Salah and Bruno are going to be in every Game Week 19 team. Paul, would you bench Kyle Walker-Peters or Souček? Kyle Walker-Peters got Fulham away. I'd probably bench Kyle Walker-Peters, to be honest. I don't know. They've got a good chance of a clean sheet, I would say. But I think Souček is decent enough to play. Ian, defence is Diaz, Sofal, Vestergaard, Dallas. Looking for a defender under 5.5. Thoughts on West Ham double up with Cresswell? I don't mind the West Ham double up, but only if you don't have to play them. Because after this week, it's Brighton and then it's Southampton and Everton. I wouldn't necessarily want to double up, but if you've got other defenders that could play instead, I don't really see an issue with that. Otherwise, you've got Dyer potentially, like someone else was buying just a minute ago. Or Charlie Taylor at Burnley. Martinez or McCarthy. Yeah, I'd probably play Martinez. A lot of people have asked me this. I've said Martinez all along. Sean, Ian Robertson and Rafinha -4. My mids. Do I take out Rashford or Mahrez for Rafinha? I see City thrashing Newcastle. That really depends on who you want to keep long term. Like, Rashford's got a double game week. And he plays Aston Villa in Game Week 17. And he's rotation proof pretty much. Mahrez isn't. So who do you want long term? If it's Rashford, then I'd get rid of Mahrez. Sell Chilwell for Taylor. If you want to, yeah. Don't think Taylor's a bad decision. Taylor's got good fixtures before the double, but not during the double. That's the only thing I would say. So, again, you'd have to think of your own strategy, whether you need to play him in the double. Wilson to Che Adams for a -4 against City. I don't see Newcastle scoring. I don't know about a -4, to be honest. I mean, it could work. I don't hate it, but there is a chance it doesn't work out, of course. Hub for FIFA. Managed to fit in a front 6 of Salah, De Bruyne, Son, Fernandes, Kane and Bamford. Mistake? Or is this a season to go all on big hitters? I mean, it's not. I don't think you can ever say it's a mistake to have all those players. I guess it depends how much you've killed the rest of your team. Bench Dallas or Sofal. If I own Dallas, I'd really want to play him this week. I know Leeds aren't great from set pieces, but Sofal's really attacking as well, though. Brighton's XG is so good. They've actually been really good this season. They've probably just been a bit unlucky. I'd probably bench Sofal, but I wouldn't be happy about it. Let me just say that. All right, let me see what other questions you got. I'll come back to some super chats in a sec. Diaz or Stones? I still would side with Diaz because I just feel like you're less worried about the team sheet every week. But obviously, John Stones is such a good price. So, like, for me, I would find it hard to fit Diaz in now, and I would probably just go Stones. But I mean, Stones has started like 5 of the last 6 or something crazy like that. And I do think Diaz and Stones is the first choice partnership right now. But how long will that last? That's always the worry, isn't it? It's always the worry. When should you play your bench boost? When you've got a really good bench, I guess. That's it. Keep it simple. Only an hour till we can all start wildcarding. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just going to be thinking about whether I take a hit to get Kane or Son in, and whether I get rid of De Bruyne. It's annoying because I think Watkins is going to drop in price tonight, because he hasn't dropped so far. I think they're going to drop him tonight before tomorrow's game, so I don't really want to make an early transfer, so I'm going to have to just take the drop, which is really annoying. Why is regular on bench? I mean, who would you play instead? I mean, it doesn't matter because I'm going to bench him, but I just feel like Dallas against Burnley is a good fixture. Obviously, if Burnley get a set-piece goal, then I'll be like, okay, it was stupid playing him, but I don't think it's a bad option to play him. And so fouls against Brighton. I mean, Brighton have been quite good. And to be fair, West Ham haven't kept a clean sheet for like 5 game weeks now, something like that. But I can see Wolves scoring. I don't know. I think I could play any 3 of those 4 defenders and be happy with it. And if Soufal's baby is going to keep him out, it's just going to keep him out entirely. He's not going to come and sit on the bench, right? Bench Watkins. Nah, no chance of benching Watkins. Absolutely Zero chance. Don't worry of who you'll bench. Someone will be... Yeah, I think over the next 2 fixtures, by the way, right? So there's games today and tomorrow, and then there's more games on the 28th, 29th, and 30th. Players are going to get rotated, right? So I'm going to need my bench. I'm happy to have Souček and Reguilon. Obviously, players can come on as well, but yeah, I wouldn't... I'm not really too worried about it. You've sold someone for Firmino. Nice. I'm in the top 6k and got a very similar team as you, aiming for the top 2k after this game, and that's a big jump. Like 6k to 2k is a big jump in one game week, because obviously it gets much tougher the higher up you are. KDB as a captain. I prefer Salah, which is why I've got Salah captain. I don't know if you own Salah as well. I wouldn't. If I didn't have Liverpool and I didn't really want to get them in or have it... I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't want Liverpool right now, but let's say you didn't for whatever reason and you had De Bruyne. I don't think it's a bad option. I don't think he's a really bad option or anything like that. Is Aguero a shout now? I mean, usually, if you saw Jesus out, you'd be like, right, how the hell do I get Aguero in? Because he's definitely going to keep starting. But his fitness has not been good at all. So that's the only thing that would concern me. There's no guarantee that he will, even if he starts this week, there's no guarantee he'll start the week after. And it is Everton and Chelsea after this game week. So Aguero is very much a punt. If he does start against Newcastle, it could be a really good game for him, obviously. But yeah, he'd be a little bit of a worry for me. You just don't know if he's going to start. Usually, like I say, if Jesus is there, I'd be like, right, Aguero's definitely starting the next game, and I would look to get him in potentially. But it's just tough now with so many heavy hitters, premiums. If you've got him in, fair enough, right? Absolutely fair enough. I wouldn't try and talk you out of it or anything like that, or say you've made a mistake. But there are obviously risks involved with getting Aguero in. So that's the only thing to consider. Let me see. Lots of questions. Which ones have I not done yet? 7 blank game week 18 players acceptable. Lean into free hit blank game week 29. Yeah, of course it's acceptable. Like there's no unacceptable teams. I feel like Kane, De Bruyne, Son will be in every free hit team. So I definitely want them covered if I wasn't using it. And I guess someone like Grealish as well potentially is going to be in a lot of teams, even though he's playing Spurs. So it depends which players you got, but. Yeah, there's a chance that the game week 29 will be an even harder blank game week to manage than this one. So potentially having your free hit could be better. But obviously we don't know that. That's the only thing. That's the only difference between now and then. We know what's happening now. We don't then. But yeah, of course, if you think that's the way to play it, go for it. It's not unacceptable. I guess it just depends which players they are and which of those players you have to hold. For the next 3 game weeks. Like, is that hurting your team? Yogesh, Chilwell and Welbeck out, Dallas and Bamford in. Yeah, I like those moves. Yeah, if you want to get rid of those 2 players, then I like those 2 players in. They got pretty good fixtures. ADZHE, it's my first year playing FPL. I'm around 80k, very nice. Haven't used my wildcard bench or triple captain. When should I use? Well, I mean, your first wildcard has to be used before game week 16, so I would use it next week. Again, if you're happy with your team, you don't have to make massive wholesale changes. And then bench boost probably game week 19. That's what most people are doing. And triple captain some point in the future. Nigel, Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. You too. Souček or Podence to start. I do like Podence, but it is Spurs. I'll probably start Souček, I think. Evertonian, start Zuma or Dallas. Oh, benching Chelsea players just seems like something you shouldn't do, especially with his goal threat. But Dallas has definitely got the better fixture, even though it is Arsenal. I think if Chilwell and James miss out, it's a bit of a miss. But Azpilicueta is like such a good stand-in. And obviously, left back not so much. I'd want to start Zuma, I think. I'd have to bench Dallas in that situation. But again, I would not be happy about it. You're asking me all these questions, I just wouldn't be happy at all. David, thanks very much. Did a -4. Wilson, Chilwell, James to Adams, Robertson, Taylor. Love the Christmas stream. Thank you very much. That looks like pretty good moves for a -4. As long as both the Chelsea boys don't start. Finn, how's it going? Should I bench Wilson so far or Dallas? I mean, even though he's playing City, I probably wouldn't bench Wilson. So I'd bench so far or Dallas, probably so far. Russell, how's it going? Grealish, Chilwell to Rafinha and Robinson for -4. Hold this week and do it next week. I mean, Grealish against Crystal Palace, I personally wouldn't want to take him out. I know you're saying you're going to take the 4 hit anyway, but Grealish out, and then I guess you get a bit more info on Chilwell. If you've got a bench, I probably would hold off. WQVY, thank you very much. No. Basuma for Rafinha to bench Wilson for a -4. It just sounds like one of those moves that might not work out. Basuma for Rafinha to bench Wilson. I do like Rafinha. If you're going to take the hit at some point anyway, I'd possibly just do it now, yeah. I wouldn't mind playing Wilson against City, but it could be a frustrating watch. Grealish and James to Rafinha and Robertson for a -4. Again, maybe if you really don't have a bench to play James, but I wouldn't want to be getting rid of Grealish this week personally. I think he's been so good. B Money has going Chilwell, Wilson bad fixtures and Grealish fixtures turned shipped out for Trent, Wood and Rafinha for a hit. Would bank next week. I mean, again, they look good. I wouldn't want to take out Grealish, but yes, the 3 players you're bringing in look decent. Who should I start? McCarthy or Martinez? Loads of people are asking this. I'd start Martinez, but it's close. Game week 17, what to do with Villa, Everton, Chelsea, Man City players? I guess wait till game week 17. If you want to keep them long term, you just have to ride it out. I wouldn't worry about it. If you want to keep the players long term, one game week shouldn't stop you from doing that. Philip, which 2 would you play? Adams, look, definitely. Well, I'd probably play Mahrez and Adams. If Mahrez doesn't play, hopefully Lookman comes on. Corey, should I do James and Gross out for Cancelo and Socek March? I mean, Cancelo looks quite good for the next few. I don't think that's bad transfers at all. I guess it depends how often you have to play Socek and March. I wouldn't want to play him every week. Tom, thanks for this year's content. Tom, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thanks for all the support. Yeah, I mean, I always like talk on these streams like to the last for a while, but obviously we're gonna have plenty of content before New Year's Day. We're gonna have a deadline stream on New Year's Day. Oh my God, just because they moved the deadline to New Year's Day instead of the second. What do you do if you don't have a free hit? You have to balance your team for both, right? You have to maybe have like 7 or 8 players for game week 18 and then try and have 7 or 8 double game weeks for game week 90. It's very hard to balance. It's hard to give a blanket answer because all your teams will be different. But yeah, you never have anything good to say about Southampton, do I not? Have I said anything bad about Southampton? Don't know. Don't think I have I? No Vardy, no Party. The only thing with Vardy is can he start the next 2 games in a row? If he plays if he plays Man United, which he definitely will play against Man United today, can he then go and play against Crystal Palace 2 days later? That would be my only concern. As you say, he's getting old. He's getting a few knocks here or there. I think when the games are every week, he's fine. But yeah, I'd be a little bit worried about that. But obviously, there's going to be a rotation all round. When am I releasing my wildcard draft for Game Week 16? I am releasing it at 2:30 today, I think. 2:30 today. I will say, I don't think anything's really changed since I made it that would be a worry. But yeah, 2:30 today. Salah's going to be rested today. No, I don't think so. How far have you reached in the FPL Cup? I got to be honest, like the Cup is like the most uninteresting thing about FPL. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you how far I've got. Not very far. I guess if I got far, I'd probably know. You're watching all the way from South Africa. Hello. Welcome from South Africa. Well, I'm from Ireland. I'm in Ireland, sorry. I live in Ireland. I'm not from Ireland originally. Which people still seem to... I don't know. I find it weird. Some people are like really shocked when I say I live in Ireland. Other people are shocked that I'm not Irish. Surely I don't sound Irish, you know? Surely. Thoughts on doubling up on City defence? I don't think it's a bad decision, but it is Everton and Chelsea next couple. So again, and if you're playing to have a team for Game Week 18, it's not the end of the world, I guess. And the fixtures are good in the double, but they don't have a double, right? That's the only thing. Fantasy Football Scout. Okay, Yogesh. Chilwell and Welbeck out. Chilwell and Welbeck out. Dallas and Bamford in -4. I did that one already, didn't I? I quite like that. I think I did one similar to that. Did you not ask that question, maybe? But yeah, I quite like those moves. I think the next 2 for Leeds are good. Duncan, who would you start out with? Dyer, Socek and Wilson? Only one of them. I'd maybe take a risk on Socek over Wilson. Again, if I had Wilson, I wouldn't actively look to not start him because I think you can always nick a goal somehow, some way, even against Newcastle. But Socek's got a good fixture. Bench so far, Dallas. Leeds weak on set pieces. Yeah, I feel like you've already kind of decided there yourself. If you want to bench Dallas, go for it. I would bench so far, I think. But obviously, it's your team. Yeah, you're right. Leeds are really weak on set pieces, so they could easily concede to a Burnley team. So yeah, if you want to bench Dallas, go for it. Gucci has never done anything at fantasy year after year. This year I followed you religiously. I'm in the top 40k. Smashing my private league. That's what it's all about. Congrats and keep it up. Go out. How is it going, my man? Merry Christmas to you too. Play one Socek or Callum Wilson. Yeah, I feel like telling people to bench Callum Wilson is like such a mistake. But I would possibly think about playing Socek in that one. Fantasy football. Taylor, Sufal, Carl Walker Peters, Dallas played too. Taylor's got Leeds. I feel like Leeds will score, so I'd probably play Dallas and Sufal and have Carl Walker Peters to come on. Nikhil, how's it going? Did you get yourself a new hat, or is that the same one? It's the same one where it's so big that you have to show the inner lining. Like if I do it like this, my ears are like fully. I guess it doesn't look that bad. I just have a massive head, as I've said before. Which three defenders would you play? Zuma, Sufal, Carl Walker Peters. I'd definitely play Cancelo. Wouldn't even be a doubt in my mind. Definitely probably play Dallas out of them, and possibly Zuma as well. Sofal first bench, Carl Walker Peters second, maybe the other way around. Lars, last game I told you Mourinho didn't like the cold. This week's Pearl of Wisdom, Man City got hammered. I can't see. Man City got Christmas as hammered. 1-0 Newcastle, possibly, but I don't see it. I think it's going to be very, very tough for Newcastle to get anything there at all. Love from Nepal. I also Nepal. Vestergaard or Charlie Taylor on the bench. Probably Charlie Taylor, but there's a chance he'll come on anyway because Vestergaard is fluid on the knee apparently. Will there be a stream later today, and do you think Balbuena will start tomorrow? There won't be a stream today. There will be a stream tomorrow night once the fixtures are finished. So at 9:15, I'll be doing the knee-jerk stream. So I've got a wildcard video out today. I'll have my team selection tomorrow during the day, and I'll have the knee-jerk stream in the evening. So there's a lot to count. And then deadline stream on Monday. Oh, my God. And then we're back to it again. I better not drink too much today. Tom S. Played Dallas in this double game week or bring in Sufal for it. Ooh, I think if you've got Dallas already, I'd definitely just play Dallas in it. The man's a legend. He's probably been a little bit fortunate to get all the points he has, but still love the guy. Corey, thoughts on my team? Meslier, Cancelo, nice. Dallas, Bednarek, Rafinha, nice. Jeez. You got all the players in I want already. Bench, Martinez, March, Target, Lamptey. Looks good to me. It looks good to me. It looks good to me. Yeah, drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. Please do that. There is about 4,000 you watching, so let's get to 1,000 likes. That would be much appreciated. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Very close to 127k now. And look, you want to see more content, you might as well hit that subscribe button. In terms of Patreon, I'm not going to do the shout-outs because I've forgotten. I haven't forgotten. I've kind of haven't been able to update them. And there's been a few people that have joined up since the last one, so I want to shout them out properly. So if you want to sign up to Patreon, there is a link in the description below. And thanks to everyone that has so far. And I'll get all that sorted for the next stream/video. It won't be on the wildcard video today because it's already pre-recorded, basically. I'll get some of those super chats in a sec. Chilwell on minus 350. Yeah, I guess some of it's wildcards. And also, he's already dropped once. It's probably a little bit harsh to drop him again. Andy, how's it going? Yeah, I had a good Christmas. Thank you very much. I got something really cool. Oh, I don't have it here. Maybe you've seen it on Twitter. Hang on, let me get a picture. Now, I'll show you what... I mean, you don't really care with 16 minutes to go, but let me just show you this, right? And I know the wording is slightly incorrect, and the picture's awful, as in, like, my picture on my phone. Let me see. Let me just put it here. Simpsons. This is what my missus got me for Christmas. I had 16 minutes to go to the deadline. There's a few super chats to go for, and I'm talking about Christmas presents. But this is this stream in a nutshell. So we'll just go with it. Look at this. Now the text didn't print properly, so she's going to. I'm actually getting a new print, but they couldn't get it in time for Christmas. But look at that. I will say they've probably been a little bit generous with the amount of hair on my head and the weight, but it's still pretty cool, right? I don't have the headphones in right now. They're down here somewhere. But yeah, I love that. That's really cool. So there you go. That's what I got for Christmas. I hope you enjoyed that Christmas present interlude there, where we talked about that instead of talking about FPL. But I thought that was cool. You may have seen it on Twitter already. Any news about Chilwell? Nothing new, no. Nothing new. Really struggling whether or not to drop De Bruyne in the next few weeks. I'm probably going to do it, but just because I want Son or Kane. That's it. I don't necessarily think he has to be dropped, and I think I feel like if he gets a haul today, people will stop wanting to do it. But there you go. Yes, I know, Stork, I know. The text looks bad. Mrs. didn't notice until a couple of days before Christmas, so they said they would resend it out, but yeah, obviously Christmas, etc. can't be done. All right, let me get to some more of these super chats. Tom S. Played Dallas in the double. Oh yeah, sorry, I did that one. Number one Joker. Bench one of Cresswell versus Brighton, Walker Peters versus Fulham. Or I definitely wouldn't bench Rodrigo, the attacker. So it's Cresswell versus Brighton at home, or Walker Peters away to Fulham. I'd probably bench Walker Peters just because he's away. Who'd start out? Carl, Walker Peters, Lookman. Always Lookman. Pretty much always the attacker. Not always, but pretty much always. I would start Lookman there. The Wallaby Gamer. There is 14 minutes till the deadline. Make sure you're absolutely locked in. This is me for this week for sure. So far, Souček, first bench. Reguilon second. Hoping Watkins gets me a hat trick before I get rid of him. Maybe I'd keep him if he got a hat trick. Diaz or Cancelo. I think for a long-term pick, Diaz is still better, but Cancelo for the next few looks good. Like, I really wish I owned Cancelo this week. Now with that Walker news. Feeling a little punt on De Bruyne instead of Salah. I mean, if you're asking me if I'm feeling that, not at all. I don't have any doubts about captaining Salah. If you're asking me if you should have a little punt, I mean, that's up to you. Yeah, I don't think De Bruyne is a bad pick this week. I think, one goal against Southampton or one goal against West Brom, I think people will be looking at him a bit differently because he hasn't done too much over the last couple. People are a little bit down on him, but I still think he's a great option. I really do. I'm just quickly looking at my fan team on another screen because I haven't done it for this week. I don't know how many transfers do I have. I bet I have 2. I've got 2 free transfers. What a nightmare! I don't know what to do with them. I've got Reece James and I've got Diaz. Maybe I'll just get Cancelo in. Do I start Anguissa or Cordova? Probably Cordova Reed. Yeah, still. If you've got both of them. Is El Ghazi a good option? He's on penalties. I think the only thing to say about Aston Villa is, one, when Ross Barkley comes in, who drops out? Will it be Traore or El Ghazi? El Ghazi's been playing on the left, so Grealish can play there too, so that'll be a worry. And the fixture's not good after this week, but this week, if you're wildcarding in Game Week 16, El Ghazi's not a bad punt while he's on penalties. Not a bad punt at all. Okay, I need to change I'm just going to quickly change my fan team. Reece James needs to go, but the only problem is, I've got no one. Oh, this is a nightmare. Who am I going to get? Who am I going to bring in for Reece James? 5.1 million defender. Let me have a quick look here before I come back to the FPL stuff. Mings, no. Justin, no. Thiago Silva, no. Or Dallas. I'm bringing in Dallas. Don't even care. He's coming in. I don't even need to check the rest. Update the team. I also need to put Salah captain. Hang on a sec. I'll be back to the FPL stuff in just 1 second. I'm not even thinking about the doubles in fantasy. I have no wildcards to fit to think about it. So it's going to be awful. It's not going to be good at all. Where the hell do I change my captain? Why can't I do that? Oh, I need to go back to it. Hang on. Cancelo for Reece James. Yeah, it's too late now. I've put Dallas in. I've got Diaz already. I'm just changing my captain. Here we go. Salah captain, Kevin De Bruyne vice captain. Happy days, update team. There we go. And that's it. Souček first bench, Kilman, Ben White. Job done. Right, get rid of that. That's done. Let me see the questions. If Richarlison's out, is DCL worth captaining? I don't get the logic, to be honest. I feel like if Richarlison's out, that makes Calvin-Lewin a worse pick. So I definitely go De Bruyne. Will Cancelo play? He should do, yeah. I mean, maybe there's some Man City fans in here. Who else would play right back? If Walker's out, who else would play right back apart from Cancelo? I mean, I know it's Pep, so he could play some weird system, maybe even like 5 at the back. I don't think he would do that. And play like some crazy player at wing back. But they've got Zinchenko and Mendy that can play left back. They don't really have another right back. Belgian boys on tour. I only had Salah Fernandes 1 game each since the start of the season, currently at 841 points. Should I integrate them both in the team weeks to come by taking hits? I mean, as always, it's going to depend how many hits, who you're taking out. I do think Salah for the next 3 weeks looks really good. West Brom, Newcastle, Southampton, and a good double game week as well. Fernandes just looks on it. I think Fernandes is probably the one out of the 2 you can maybe get away with over the next few weeks. Like, they play Leicester away and then Wolves at home, I think, which aren't fantastic fixtures, although Wolves haven't been defending as well as they were last season. And then it's Villa at home in Game Week 17. So you might want Fernandes, but I think for sure Salah looks really good. Chaz, what's up? Chilwell to Matip for a hit. Not if you've got other defenders that can play. There's not even a guarantee that Matip plays the next 3. He could, and if he does, he's great. But his injury record's not great. So a hit, you're basically expecting a goal for that to be paid back. If you've got a defender on the bench, I would just play them instead. Captain Sterling or Firmino? I'd probably go Sterling. I don't know, Firmino's in such good form. And again, West Brom's a really good fixture. I'd probably go Sterling, just about. I guess if Firmino keeps it up, he is playing really well right now, and he has got a good team. Sterling over De Bruyne captain, think he's looked fresher. I mean, maybe he is, yeah. I don't think Sterling is the better captain, but he can on his day do better than De Bruyne. So I don't think there's a massive argument to say that's a bad decision. You have to go De Bruyne. If you've got both and you want to go Sterling, go for it. Next week, De Bruyne out, Bruno in. I think that's much of a muchness. I guess probably is better Wolves than Everton maybe for De Bruyne, but I don't think that's a transfer you have to make. The week after it'll probably be better when City play Chelsea and United play Villa. I don't know about De Bruyne to Bruno next week. So no, it's an alright transfer, but they've both got okay fixtures. Like Everton haven't exactly been watertight at times, and if they, I think. What's his name? Ancelotti did mention something about rotating or having to rotate. And, I mean, maybe he thinks he can beat City, but I guess the better time to rotate is probably City. Lose the game you're going to probably lose anyway. I'm sure he's not thinking like this. And then play them against Sheffield United and absolutely smash them. For the next, let me see. Oh, sorry. I read it wrong. Ancelotti has literally said he's going to rotate against City. So he said, I think not for the first game versus Sheffield United in Game Week 15. This is on Fantasy Football Scout. But for the second game versus City, we're going to rotate the players. So he's possibly going to rotate a few players against City. So that straight away makes De Bruyne probably a slightly better option than it otherwise would have. Because I don't think Pep is going to rotate De Bruyne. I think he's just going to play. So that's something to consider. Before you do De Bruyne to Bruno Fernandes. Okay, is it worth taking a -4 Chilwell because of Sofao? I don't know. I think you don't know if Sofao's definitely out, do you? If you've got no other bench, maybe. If you've got anyone that can play, even if they've got a bad fixture, I wouldn't do it. Joe, Merry Boxing Day to you too. Which 3 would you start with? Sofao, Vestergaard, Zoom and Dallas? I'd bench Vestergaard, I think. Bilbo Baggins, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bilbo. There is 7 minutes to the deadline. Make sure you got all your stuff locked in, all your transfers, your captaincy, and all that jazz. Your bench, make sure you got the right bench. Could be very important to have the right bench this week. Everton will lose against City. Yeah, I mean most teams lose against City, so I guess it's a good time to rotate them out. I completely read that wrong. Yeah, maybe I need to keep De Bruyne against Everton. Maybe I need to keep De Bruyne against Everton and not have Son for Fulham. It has crossed my mind that I don't necessarily need the Spurs player for Fulham, but I really need them for Leeds. But either way, I'm going to have to take the same hit at some point anyway, so it doesn't really change my strategy too much whether I take it this week or not. So I do think De Bruyne to Watkins to Rafinha and Kane is still something I want to do next week, but we'll see. We'll see. Do I like cricket? I don't really watch it too much anymore, but I have done. I don't dislike it. I don't dislike it. Let's just say that. Do we need Son and Kane both Game Week 16, or would one do? I think they're good options, both of them. But I think the only thing to say is you have to usually get rid of premiums to get them. And like if you're having to get rid of Salah or someone like that, it's probably not worth getting both. If you can just get one. Kushik, because you can only captain one, right? Kushik, how's it going? Should I leave Justin or Charlie Taylor on first bench in case Vestergaard doesn't play? Charlie Taylor, I think. I think Leeds will score, but I definitely think Man United score against Leicester, surely. Probably Taylor first bench. Chinali, how's it going? I'm pretty new to FPL. Could you tell me why people go for Rafinha rather than Clique? I just think like Clique has penalties, but otherwise, from open play, Rafinha just looks much better. And unless Leeds get a lot of penalties, I just don't see how he outscores Rafinha. I think that's basically why, in a nutshell. Like for some players like Salah and De Bruyne, penalties are just an added bonus to what points they're already going to get. But for Clique, I just don't see too many points outside of penalties, really. So that's why. Marco, who would I bench? Watkins or Rafinha? Probably Watkins, if you got that luxury. Would I take Greenish out as an enabler to get in Robertson Trent? I wouldn't. I mean, obviously Robertson and Trent look so good this week. They could get double-digit hauls, but would I take out? I wouldn't want to take out Grealish this week. Grealish has done nothing wrong to warrant being taken out against Crystal Palace for me. So especially if it's for a hit, I definitely wouldn't do it. Would I transfer in a Liverpool defender or a Man United midfielder for game week 16? So that is South Newcastle away for Liverpool, decent. Wolves at high. I guess it depends which midfielder. It depends who you need for the double game week. I'd probably, if you've already got Bruno, I'd potentially be tempted just to get the Liverpool defender in, to be honest. You can't play chips at the same time, no. You can only play one in a game. So if you play wildcard, you can't play bench with triple captain in the same game. You'd have to play at the next one. Basically. Looking at Sterling to Son and Watkins to Kane for game week 16. Nice. Already got De Bruyne and Salah as well. Good moves. Yeah, I like them. I like them. Not sure about holding both going into the double game week though. I mean, they've got good fixtures in the double, so I wouldn't be too worried. You could always use another transfer to get rid of one to a double game week player, whoever that might be. Son to Mane, Rashford, Kane to Vardy, something like that. Play Cleek or Bowen? Definitely Bowen. Definitely Bowen. I'm from Poland. It's really funny when you say Cleek. Can you tell his name is Mateus? Oh, I know. Is it Click or is it Cleek? I don't know. I should have really learned that. There's a few pronunciations I'm still not sure about. Socek, Sofar. I think it's Socek and Sofar, isn't it? All right. Anyone that gives rubbish stuff about benchings that aren't true just gets blocked. Easy as that. Would you play Rafinha or Bowen this week? Oh my God! Why have people got such good teams where they have to bench players like that? I think Bowen's got the better fixture for goals. I wouldn't want to bench Rafinha though. Oh my God. Burnley can make it tough for teams, but it is Leeds. I think I would bench Bowen. I don't know if I've already had this question now and I'm changing my answer, but I wouldn't want to bench either. I'd probably bench Bowen. I'm not happy about it though. Not happy about it at all. Badlands, Merry Happy Christmas to you too. Love your streams. Thank you very much. Glad you're enjoying them. George R. Chilwell to Dallas Regulon. Salah versus Allardyce or De Bruyne. Come on. Allardyce, like, West Brom is still rubbish. So Salah for me. Chilwell to Dallas or Regulon. I think that really depends a lot on the double on blank because I don't think either are that bad over the next three. So if you want to build for the double, I'd go Dallas. If you don't, maybe go Regulon. Mayo has going bench Zuma Dallas. I'd probably bench Dallas and just play Zuma because Chelsea are very good and Arsenal aren't. But there's a lot of players that are in a lot of our teams that have all got good fixtures, so people are going to have benching headaches this week. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about having to bench someone good. And there's always a chance to come on. Is Pulisic a good option? He's also so attacking. Yes, basically. I mean, the short answer is yes. He is a good option. I really like Pulisic. And is he going to keep starting? Potentially. Is he over his injury concerns? Potentially. I can see him getting benched over the one of the next three, though. But I guess I could say that about anyone, right? So in general, I do like Pulisic. I guess just look at the Chelsea fixtures. They got to play City in game week 17. The double is good though, and the fixtures afterwards are good. So he could be a nice long-term hold as long as he can stay fit, right? I would bench Dyer, and then he might come on for Sofa anyway. Niraj, Samudra, Merry Christmas to you. For double game at 19, who would you prefer between Rashford and Martial? I think I just about prefer Rashford still, but Martial is in a bit of a hot streak right now. He's getting quite a few chances. He's playing well as well. Like, you watch him play, he's doing really good. He's playing really well. Sorry. I still think Rashford. I think they're still so close. I'd just go for the midfielder in this case. But if you've got an easier route to Martial, then I'd potentially go there. We locked out. Let me see. I can't click anywhere. Oh wow, the game's been updated. They got it done straight away. Impressive after all this time. So I'm locked in. Salah captain. I'm locked in. Regulon on the bench. There we go. No one has heard that Salah's going to be rested. That's all rubbish. There's been nothing about that. That's why I've been blocking people who have been saying it. There we go. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button. We're on over 700 likes now. So if you could hit that like button, we get up to 1,000. Just do it on your way out. On your way out, just click like. Job done. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. So I've got a wildcard video going out later today, which I pre-recorded, and I'll have. I think that's it for today. I need to double check. I think that's it for today because, to be honest, I'm just going to go and eat and drink and watch football. And I'll be back with team selection tomorrow, and also I'll have the stream tomorrow as well at 9:15 in the evening, and then we'll be back for a deadline stream on Monday. It's all coming thick and fast. So there we go. Regulon will start for you, no Sufal. I mean, no Sufal is not guaranteed. It's potential, of course, because he just had a baby, but there's no guarantee Sufal definitely gets benched. So for me, I'm starting him. And yeah, if Regulon comes in, I'm not bothered. I'm quite happy with that. No, I'd like a Man City defender this week, but you can't have them all, right? So yeah, hoping my team gets 100 points this week. I feel like it could. It's a good, like if Villa have a good game against Palace, then it could be on. But yeah, you don't know. Yeah, another deadline on Monday. I'll be back for that. Another deadline stream. Looking forward to it already. I will leave it there. For anyone that's kind of having a second Christmas today, make sure you enjoy it. I'm like pigs in blankets. We've got pigs in blankets in reserve. There's about kind of 8 or 9 or 10 left over from yesterday. So absolute result on that. I'll be having them. Thanks for hitting those 1,000 likes, much appreciated. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for another stream. I'll be back later today and tomorrow for videos. There's a lot of content coming, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good luck with getting some points. I'm going to go and maybe have a nap before the football starts because I'm quite tired and I'm stretching a lot. So yeah, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching and goodbye.